Oh, so we're doing the dash cam. Yeah, this one's from a company called Toguard, maybe Toguard. And they have all kinds of dash cams. So we're just doing the CE80B. That's the model that we're doing. But you guys can head on over there and check out all their different available options. And if you do, just so you guys know, this is kind of the screen that you get that pops up right here. Get $10 off your first order. So you just pop in your email and you get $10 off. So that's cool. Anyways, this is it right here. The 4K UHD, so ultra high def, 12-inch. And this is one of their mirror dash cams. So this isn't, I'd say, inexpensive. Right now it says normally about $215, coming in right now about $190. And I'm not sure if that's Canadian or if it's US. My guess is it's probably US. But we'll go through some of the specs of it. We'll crack open the box. And it's raining out today. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually mount it in the car. We'll go out and mount it. And over the weekend, I'm going to use it. And then we'll come back after I've used it for a couple days and let you know what we think of it. All right. That's happening right now. Okay, my friends, so first off, here it is. This is their website. Again, Toguard.cc. Toguard, I keep calling it Toguard, but it's Toguard, I believe. The CE80B 4K mirror dash cam, GPS, full touchscreen, 12-inch voice control with backup camera. Now, just so you guys know, I probably won't utilize the backup camera. I find with the backup cameras, for us especially, we do so much testing on gear like this, that it's just a pain to do all the wiring. So I may set it up just in the car so you guys can see what the quality is going to be like. We shall see. Really, our biggest concern is what the quality of the actual dash cam is like, as well as what the quality of the screen and things like that are. But right now, 52 reviews, 5 stars. That's cool. I do like the fact that this one has a GPS built into it. I think that's really nice. As you can see here, let's see, it shows a Sony 415 4K UHD with incredible night vision. Yep, 4K Ultra UHD, so ultra high def recording. And again, I always talk about this, they're always like, look, the 1080p looks like this. And it's funny, you see a 1080p one, they're like, oh, we look awesome, and 720s look. I get it, more resolution is better, 100%. And when Toguard asked us if we wanted to review one, I said I do, as long as you send us a 4K one, because nowadays I think 4K is kind of important, because especially if we need to be reading minute information, especially like license plates, the more resolution, the better chance that we're actually going to be able to read that. And smart voice control, turn on audio, show rear camera, lock the video, turn off screen. And maybe there's just more, I guess. Or you can say ... And it'll do something. And here's a bunch of other information if you want. And we'll put links down below. You guys have every ability to kind of go through here and read this information. But really our goal is seeing what it comes with, and of course seeing what the quality of the footage is like. So here's the box. Nice little box. It actually came fairly fast. And this was sent to us directly, so it came fairly quick. I do like, this is the large one, a 12-inch high-resolution screen with, what does that say? 2.5D seamless glass panel. I don't even know what that means. And some other stuff. Cool. But we're putting it in the Camaro, and the Camaro doesn't have a huge mirror. So because of that, having this big mirror, just in general, I think having a larger mirror is going to be nice. And this comes off somehow. Maybe this just slides off yet. I'm getting it. We're getting it. So even the box itself, that's nice. Little design on the box with a nice little UHD there. Okay. And this comes off like so. Cool. Little foam. Nice. Packaged well. Extra 2 years if you scan and register. or extra 2 years or 2 years. Extra 2 years it says. Extra 2-year warranty. That's nice. A little flip out thing. That's probably like a thank you, dear valued customer. Yep, whatever. The mirror. Well, that's a good size. We're gonna put this over here just for now. We'll come back to that. But we look at the accessories first, okay? So we get, this is your GPS module. So that's all right, GPS module. And I'm probably not gonna film me installing this, but I'll show you where we ran the cables and all this. But that's gonna plug in the back. I like that it comes with that. We're gonna mount that on our dash, of course. So this is, I'm hoping, I don't know. So one of the things I was hoping for was that this was going to be powered via USB. So many devices now, and this is something that I hope that Toguard watches this video and takes this for their next products. Having a 12-volt adapter, that's great, it is. But for those of us that have a bunch of stuff in our car, from whatever, it doesn't matter, other things that we're powering, right? If they all have or come in 12 volts, how am I supposed to plug them all in? You get what I'm saying? Because you only have so many 12 volts in your car. But USB, I can easily just put a USB hub in there and we're golden. So cool, but would like to see them use just a USB connector. I'm hoping, or maybe they have that. I don't know. In some of them, this is all the cable and a lot of cable. This is going to go to your rear view camera. So there's your rear view right there. Good cables, as well as these are going to be extra cables that probably go to like the wiring in the back of your car for the reverse lights, so it knows when it's going in reverse. And these are the little mounting clips, as well as you get a sticker. And what is a sticker? One of these, yeah, dash cam recording. One of those, you put it on your car so that people realize that you have a dash cam recording. Just like you see these stickers for those of us that have security cameras in our house. They're like, you're supposed to put this up so that people that are contemplating breaking into your house are like, oh, maybe I shouldn't because I'll be recorded. And this way they're like, oh, he's recording something in his car, so maybe we shouldn't jump in front of it because they'll know. Because heaven forbid, you know, somebody that's gonna do that gets caught, right? Yeah, oh well. What do I know? What do I know? Okay, so anyway, here is the actual camera. It's got good weight to it, which I like. You know, you don't want it overly heavy, but you want it heavy enough. And these are going to be your, I'm guessing where it grips to on the little mounts so that you wrap it around your existing mirror. So they'd wrap around your mirror this way, right? So your mirror would be here, this kind of comes on, and you get these bands, which are here, that wrap around your existing. There's your little speaker. You guys can see that there. And then there's the camera. You can take that little sticker off. On the front, you'll see, right? Taking your eyes off the road too often while driving could cause a crash. This camera records video in ultra high resolution. Please use a high-speed memory card, U3 or above. Please use the included power adapter to ensure normal function. Yep, and then this is the front. So you get everything that you need, without question. You get everything that you need. Again, for me, and this is just I wish, and maybe I wish that companies gave you multiple options. So they said, you know what? And I wonder, because this is just a micro USB. Like if you look at that, that's just a micro USB. So I'm gonna see, I don't know 100%, I'm gonna see if I can plug a micro USB to USB-A into my actual USB hub in my car and power it. Because if it does, then we're good. That's a great option, right? All right, I'm gonna go mount this. We'll continue this in the car, and then we'll go try it out. All right, let's go outside. Okay, before we head out to the car, I'm just stepping back in here for a second because I figured I should show you guys this just so you guys can see it. Where am I here? Right there. So just on the top, I'm gonna spin it this way actually. Just on the top here, hopefully I'll just tilt it. That's going to be your USB. It says, see, it just says USB, so I'm hoping that I can just plug this into power, but if not, then this is going to be where that 12 volt is going to go. AV, so audio video, that's going to be, of course, where the rear view camera goes. So this is your one that you would plug into your license plate or put it in the rear view or the rear window or wherever you're going to be. It's that secondary camera, right? That's where that's going to plug into. This is where you're going to put, of course, your micro SD card. It's going to go in there. And last but not least, your GPS is going to hook into that. So nice and simple. Make sure that you pull the little stickers off there, because it's easy to pull them off when it's this way, as well as the one that's on the front of the screen. There you go. Let's go outside. All right, so it looks like the rain has, well, it's not stopped, but it's better. So it's just a little bit of drizzle. So we're coming in here. Oh, the grass is so sloppy. Okay. In we go. Putting all this stuff down here. And I am going to mount a dash cam. You guys will see the end result when I get back. You can see how small this mirror is that I have. And when you end up putting this one on, like, that's going to look much nicer for sure. Okay, we'll be back. All right, guys, so we got everything plugged in. So we got our power, we got our GPS, which is up here, and we got the camera. Now, the camera, I may actually just mount it over on the dash so we get a shot of the dash. So if something actually happens, you can at least see the impact, how it affected the inside of the car. So I like that they give you extra sets of these, right? So you got two on there right now, which is what's mounting it to the mirror. And then you got two extra ones just in case these ones break or snap or whatever. But everything's there. There's a power button on the bottom. So we'll peel this off first. Now, the other thing before I even get into it, I didn't realize the camera slides out, which is great because you can kind of position it how you want. And then the camera lens itself, you can angle. So you can get this out where you want, spin that around, just make sure it's pointing the right direction. And then there's a power button on the bottom. And I don't have it plugged in yet, but the hope is that this has some power, which it does, which is excellent. And there we, oh, SD needs to be formatted. So 4K, cool. Settings, I'm guessing. Wow, tons of stuff in here. Look at all this. Resolution, frequency, mirror image, key voice, speakers, boot, stream, language, date and time, format. Yep, confirm. Beautiful menu system. That's done. H.265 encoder, so I can choose each one. 264 if I want to 265. Really nice. There's your date and time. Super nice layout though. The layout is really nice. There you go. August. So it's not August anymore. It's not September. It's September 2nd today. And the time is 2:35. So 2:35. But I don't know if this is in, yeah, so it's in this. So that's 2 is actually 14:35. There we go. Looks good, looks good, looks good. And this just to make sure. 30, yeah, 2, confirm. Nice. English, stream media, boot sound, speaker, key voice, mirror image. So if you wanted it to flip, frequency, you can change it depending on where you live. There's your resolutions, so you can kind of go in here. So it says 4K and 1 or 1080p. You can do 1080p and 1080p. Nope. Or you just kind of go through them, so you just toggle through them. 4K 1080 is what I want. Loop recording should be your minutes, so I'm going to go every 5 minutes. Record audio, you can say yes or no, depending on if you want it on or off. G sensor for movement, parking guard, license, what is license? Oh, if you want to put your license plate in here, that's cool. And a screensaver. Very nice. Anything else in here? There's a little bar here. I'm guessing not, just back. And we're back to here. And there's your, this would be your license plate. So I can put my license plate in there right now. It says it's, oh, I'm guessing it's having problems seeing because it's rainy and the window's not great. So I'm going to tuck away all the cables just so you guys see this. The way it is now, it's a mess. I'm going to tuck away all the cables, and then we will show you guys some of the actual footage after I drive around with it for the weekend. All right, so stay tuned. All right, guys, so it's been at least probably 2 weeks since we've installed the dash cam. So I've had a good chance to play with it, set it up, and we're going to just go back in the car here because I wanted to show you a couple things in regards to it before we actually go inside and let you know our thoughts. And you can see it's I've cleaned up. It's cleaned up. No cables all over the place. Now, the one thing I removed is the rear camera. So if you guys need a rear camera, well, keep it connected. But you really want to have it connected into your reverse and all this kind of stuff so that it can switch back and forth. I don't have that, nor did I want it, so it's not there. So we're going to focus primarily on this camera right here. So I'm just going to turn the car on, and we'll continue talking a little bit about it. All right, guys, so let's just turn this on real fast. Make sure my stereo doesn't turn on too much. Turn all this down, and you can see this instantly turns on. It boots so fast, which is nice. And I just want to make sure my deck here doesn't decide to turn on and crank up. But the few things that I wanted to show you, it's bright here in the day. You can see right here it starts recording like instantaneous again as soon as it boots up, which is great. A few things over on this corner, right? That's your brightness and dimmer. Hopefully you guys can see that okay, right? It'll bright and dim the screen down depending on what you need. And on this side, because you're seeing a really wide shot but not very tall, right? So there's a lot of stuff down here and a lot of stuff up there, and it's really important when you're framing this to make sure you get it right. So on this side of the mirror, you can actually look down and look up, so you get a better idea of what the whole camera is seeing. And you can be like, I don't really care. It's important maybe to see this or important to see that in the recording, but while I'm driving around, I just want to see the top of my hood. So right there, and you get a nice kind of shot of just that area. So it works really well. Again, you can go in, I believe, and set how long it kind of stays on this kind of screen. Now it'll just turn off by itself. Now at the bottom here there's a power button, so if you find it annoying that it's on, you can just tap it and it just turns the display off. It still is recording. You can tap that again. You'll see it as still recording, right? It turns right back on. Or if you have it off and you are wanting to see it real fast, you can just tap the screen. So the screen will turn it on. Now a tap again will bring up the settings. Tap again will get rid of the settings. Nope, no it doesn't. That's the way to turn it off. Or again, just let it time itself, right? It'll time out and just turn the display off. The one thing I found sometimes is that if you're adjusting your mirror, you'll sometimes touch the screen and the screen will turn on, so you have to just give it a tap. This button really important because when you are driving and this screen is on like this, it's definitely a little distracting. I'll say that, right? So great to have it here. It's good to see what's going on, but turning it off is good. As far as the mirror itself, it works fine. It's mirror. I was a little concerned about how reflective it was going to be, but no concerns. It's doing its job very well, as you can see up there. Maybe you can see, right? Reflection. Yep. And that's it. I'm gonna go pick up the mail, and we're gonna go back into the house, and we'll show you some samples of the video quality. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so we're back in the house. I've had a chance to go actually look at the footage. So let's talk about a couple things. I am actually a fan of having a dash cam in kind of the mirror. I like that because, for one, it's not obvious, because a lot of people, you know, are looking for dash cams, and it's not they're looking for them just to see if they can do something bad to your car, which maybe they are, but they're looking at them just in regards to theft. They want to steal your dash cam. So this one's kind of attached to the mirror, which makes it almost invisible, right? It's very hard to know that there's a dash cam there, especially if you were to get into that mindset and be like, I'm just going to push the camera in so it slides back into the mirror. So I do like that. I like having the display. The display looks lovely. The menu system is really nice, really easy to just kind of get yourself around in it, especially if you don't want to go too deep into anything, which really you can't go too deep into it. And install is simple, right? It's just click and run your wires and you're good. So I've imported the footage and I've taken a look. Now, we had some footage that we took during different conditions, nice and bright, little overcast, and at nighttime. And when you just look at the footage running, and I'll put it up here. So I'll put the bright day. So when you have the bright day footage, it looks great. It really does. When it gets a lot of light into this camera, it does very well. Just kind of kicking out for a minute, it is saying it's in 4K, so it's 4K resolution, as you can see on the screen here, and it does say it's shooting 25 frames, so 25 point something, which is a little bit of a different number, but whatever, it's smooth enough. So yeah, in the middle of the day, bright daytime, it gets really good. And as you can see here, I've got this screen zoomed in a little bit so we can take a look at the license plate, and it seems to be able to read the license plate fairly well. You know, not bad at all. Now, when we get into an overcast, still on a nice wide shot, it actually does good, right? It does, of course, because the sensor inside these are so small, as the light goes down, we start to introduce some noise. You guys may or may not be able to see this here on YouTube, as it does a bunch of extra softening and compression and things like that, but it does. Is it bad? No, but as you start seeing here, we zoom in again to take a look at the license plate even here, and even a bit on the side where we're more in a shadowed area. It's really getting a little harder to read things that have like letters and numbers, right? They're starting to lose some of their sharpness. So something to be aware of. And then when we get into shooting at night, of course, again, when it's wide, it's actually quite good. It does quite a nice job wide gathering the image quality. But that 4K really starts to suffer, or maybe it's the compression. My guess would be it's the compression that it's doing to be able to fit as much as it can on a memory card. So we probably have a fairly low bit rate, and because of that, we're losing some of that clarity, because zooming in on this license plate here, I don't think you're reading it. I'm not reading it. I have no idea what this license plate says. And that could be a concern for those of us that may want this dash cam, especially if you do a lot of like night driving, right? Where that's going to be important. Now, normally for us, we want to just capture the actual incident and the license plate and stuff like that. It's kind of secondary. We hope that everybody will stop, but if they don't, this is our only kind of proof, and being able to capture that information is really important. And as the light goes down on this camera, we do start to see it losing some of that information. And I want to say it's strictly down to like, not the resolution, but the bit rate. So I don't know. Now, the other thing that I noticed too is that the camera really does expose, it seems, for I don't know if it's directly in front of the camera or it tries to expose whatever's darkest to kind of make it the same. Because as I was going through one section of footage, it's an area that's kind of in the country, and you kind of dip in the shadows of the trees and you kind of come back out into the bright roads. And if you watch the sky, it's nice and blue, and then it's blown right out to white, and then it's nice and blue, and then it's blown out to white. But if you look at the road in front of the car, it's very the same. Like the exposure is kind of just locked right there, which I guess if you're getting a dash cam, you really don't care, I guess, how the sky is exposed. You really are more concerned about the exposure of what's directly in front of the car. So plus and minus, I guess, depending on how you look at it, you know. So yeah, do I like it? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it on my car for sure, because I don't like, especially on my car we have now, I don't like all this stuff necessarily right on the windshield. Especially in a Camaro, which is what I drive, the windshield is not overly tall, so the more stuff you put on the windshield, the smaller it seems. So being able to get a dash cam up into the actual mirror, better. And just as a follow, yes, remember I asked in the beginning, I'm like, I wonder if you can just run it off of just a USB. And you can. So if you have a long enough cable and a little USB adapter in your car, you don't need to use their 12 volt. You can plug it right into that, and you should be good to go. It seems to work. I ended up just buying a 12 volt splitter, and now I'm good. All right, guys, that's it. Leave comments down below if you nothing. Leave comments if you use this dash cam, or just give us your thoughts on what you think of the video footage, because you know it's good for everybody to kind of have a discussion. Don't be mean, right? We're here to discuss. And that's it. I'll put links down below to it so you guys can go pick it up if you're interested. And that'll be it for today. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and we will see you fine folks later on. Later, my friends.